Welcome to the audio commentary by Cecil. It's so Gosu. I don't even know how Gosu it is, because I haven't listened to it. But it's Gosu, so you listen to it, and then it's Gosu. Okay. Bye-bye now.
Hello everybody, what is going on? My god, it's been way too damn long. Welcome back, guys, to another Cecil audio commentary. Today's match features another pretty damn important match. Damn important meaning this is one of the final matches for the Blizzcon 2007 matches. This is swiped from the Blizzard site, if you want to give credit to those fellas. You know, Blizzard Entertainment, I hear they make Warcraft. But today's match features good old Creo versus Moon. This is their game 3. Meaning one of them won one and the other one won one, and this is the big game that will determine who wins, who advances on to the next one. And Moon, we obviously know Moon. He's a very talented fella from Korea. I'm pretty sure we all know him. And actually, Creo, as he's sort of the new guy. He's sort of the new guy coming up. Obviously, he's coming up to big heights here. I mean, if you look at his record on WCR, all that good stuff, my god, he is smoking. My god, this guy's got an insane-ass record. But anyways, just a little background information on why I chose to pick this one. But let's go into that a little bit. After we unpause this, you should be at the 15-second mark at the 1x speed. 2x would kind of suck to do this one in. So, I guess we're going to get this started off in the 5 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. Now, let me turn the sound effects down so I can hear what I'm watching. So anyways, the game starts off. The map is obviously Secret Valley. I'm going to try to, I took some of your guys' advice from the last one. I'm going to try to not just say what's going on. Hard as hell to do, by the way, when you're doing a game that's not yours. I mean, I haven't been able to play a friggin' match of War 3 in, oh my god, so damn long. I'm enjoying this short 2 weeks off that I get from the hell that is my semesters, because I'm going into my last year to look at my damn degree, and holy friggin' shit, this is hard stuff. Anyways, why I'm saying all this is because there's nothing really to talk about here. I mean, we obviously know Creo's bottom, Moon's top, yada yada yada. But, much to your surprise, much to what you're not used to, is somebody actually going Priestess of the Moon, mass hunts. You know how I like those mass hunts. Now you know why I did this one. But anyways, watch this little technique that Creo does right in Moon's base here. He scouts out for any outlying Ancients of War, anything like that, because once you see that Ancient of War up early, surefire way to know that he is going, usually a Demon Hunter, and obviously archers. So, he plants it in his base, just to see what's going on, because why, he can do nothing about that wisp right there, so he's just going to sit and wait. He discovers, oh, that's a Hunter's Hall, but look what he does here. Tries to put his wisp in the way of that Ancient of War. Now, what that does, if you just keep on, you know, putting it in the way of that wisp, trying to just fuck up his build a little bit, his base doesn't go out as intended, and just by doing that, you can mess up his base to the point where you can make an easy entry into his base. You can just wreck his base just because in the early game you sent this cheap-ass wisp right into his base and just moved it in front of another wisp. Small things like that, especially in these high-stakes games, could result in a victory. You know, how did he win? Oh, because he put a wisp in front of another one in his base. How crazy would that be? But believe it or not, stuff like that actually does happen. However, unfortunately for Creo, it really didn't do too much. He didn't get it in the way so much, and as you can see, Moon placed it right down in front of that Tree of Life. But look what he does here. He gets Searing Arrows first, obviously. Got to spend some mana somehow, because it will be burnt away. And he is going for some very hard wisp harassing here. Creo being very quick to put it into that gold mine. We all know that technique. But he does construct the Moon well, because I don't think the Priestess of the Moon chucking Searing Arrows has enough to kill it in time. But either way, regardless of whether it can kill it or not, he is just wailing away at that Priestess. Priestess is running out of the way. But what that did for Moon, it gave him his base. I mean, it allowed him to finish that Moonwell, it allowed him to finish that Ancient of War. Had Creo gone into Moon's base, it's kind of debatable, but possible that he could have killed that Ancient of War. Big targets you want to hit for when you are sending that Demon Hunter out into the base would include, well, first and foremost, Moonwells. Whether or not he has 2 Ancients of War out or 1, doesn't really matter when you can't even make anything out of any one of those. So first target you want to go for are the Moonwells, but if you look at Moon's base, it is so well structured that if he did want to run back in there, he would just have to go through a hellish time just to reach that Moonwell, taking hits from that Tree of Life. It would have been way trapped back there. All that would have taken from Moon is to run an archer way into his, way to that little tiny entranceway, shadow melded it, and that Demon Hunter would have been trapped. So very nice base setup by Moon. And look at what we have Moon doing here. He did sell his Scroll of Town portal. Big move there, obviously, selling that TP scroll, and he is just massing hunts. God, that's friggin' hot. And he is just going to start sending them out in here, but take a look at how Creo defends against it. With a quick click of the Priestess of the Moon, or just good assumption, you can easily know that he does have a Dust of Appearance, but look at the ground that he's standing right here. He's making sure that at all points of this game, that Ancient of War is swatting away at those hunts, making very, very quick damage to those things. I mean, look how fast they are going down, forcing him to just move them back, and did manage to lose an archer there, and he is kind of falling back because he is going low on Moon Juice here, but those archers were down to the, like, one more hit they would have been dead, and he just pops them right to that Moonwell. And waiting that long and timing it that right really makes it hard for Moon to have any success, because he has to spend so much time launching attacks at that one unit that'll be healed in the long run. The more time he can milk out of that, the more time that Moon's going to suffer some damage in the process, because he's just got to sit there taking hits while he's doing his hits. Obviously, you know, that's how battles sort of go in this game, I hear. So anyway, he's on the run, and very nice observation by Creo here. He did, I think he scouted it with his Wisp. I wasn't looking at that part. Otherwise, I mean, they sort of were at a land, so he might have been looking over at the screen. Oh, yeah. Anyways, he's very late, by the way, on his production of that Hunter's Hall. It could have been attributed to the fact that Moon was going hard into his base, but we don't know. He could have gotten it earlier just to pump out those Dryads right away. But right now, it looks like all he needs to worry about is just holding his ground inside of that base, because whenever he comes out there, there is no way he can win a fight versus the army that Moon has out in the field. So all that Creo can do right now is just stay in the back of his base, and if he has to fight a battle, he has to fight it where he is right there. Because, obviously, as I said before, through the whole game, he's going to try to have that Ancient of War swatting away at him, just getting as much damage off as possible, trying to get so many kills on those hunts because they give a shit ton of experience. But quick thing to notice right here, when you are chasing somebody, much like how Creo is doing to Moon right now, I mean, he has a Boots of Speed on that DH, he does have Moon on the run, he has his Beastmaster, and he's gonna go ahead and creep with it, because after all, I mean, if Moon decides, hey, he's sending those weak archers out in the middle of the field, let me just kind of step back here and start to attack him again, he would have lost that fight. So he just goes off to where he knows he won't have a fight against him, safe spot right outside of his base, sends out his Beastmaster. Quick thing to observe on this map, though, and a very good tactic to use, especially if you're Night Elf, and a very good thing to use and abuse, I don't know so much abuse, is setting out your wisps on those little trees that are cropping out on those hills there. You're going to see that Creo makes very good use of this. He can see on many points of the map, many vital points of the map, and a lot of ways that he has to walk through to know that he has his base, you know, under attack. He has those wisps there, and what that does for him, gives him enough time to keep those archers back in that safe spot that he's been using twice so far. But here's a big point in the game. This is the big point of the game that really, really will hurt somebody. Watch closely. Notice how that Demon Hunter's kind of back a ways, isn't really sending it forward yet. I mean, these hunts are practically siege on these moonwells here, taking them down as fast as he can, and he's just taking as much time as possible to